There's a million people on the internet that will make lemon water sound like it's the most amazing thing in the world. Okay, but there is one pretty darn concrete thing that we know with lemon water. And there was even a 2021 study that was done in humans that really backed it up quite a bit. And that is that lemon water is acidic. And consuming acidic things has an effect on our salivary response. And one of the most important things I want to drive home in this video is that we undervalue the salivary response and the role it plays, especially in carbohydrate metabolism. So let's go ahead and break down the benefits of having lemon water with a meal. If you want to save 25% off your entire grocery order, there is a link down below for Thrive Market. Sure, it's awesome for savings, but realistically, it's awesome for time. I don't like to go to the grocery store. I used to love going to the grocery store, but since it became my job, I don't like going as much. Now I like to get my groceries in a convenient way, delivered to my doorstep. I've got 2 kids, I'm a busy family. I just want to have the groceries delivered. But Thrive Market allows me to shop for the things that I want. I don't have to spend time scouring a grocery store, looking up and down the shelves, reading nutrition facts. They have the things that I know and trust because that's what Thrive Market is about, having better for you options that actually are what we're looking for. So that link down below saves you 25% off your entire grocery order. Your entire grocery order if it's your first order, but you also get a free gift when you use that link. So check them out down below after this video. So if we increase the acidity of basically our mouth, like when we consume something, there is a feedback loop. And that feedback loop tells the body to produce less in the way of salivary amylase, an enzyme that breaks down carbohydrates in the salivary glands, right, or in their salivation. Now, what does this have to do with lemon? Well, lemon is obviously acidic. And this could explain some of like the 20 to 50% reduction we see in glycemic response when people consume vinegar too, right? I talk about apple cider vinegar. Well, maybe it's the acidity in the apple cider vinegar that's driving this process home a lot too. So to investigate more, since there were only a lot of like in vitro studies and some rodent model studies, here is a study that was published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2021 that was done in humans. They had humans consume 100 grams of bread, and along with that bread, they consumed either 250 milliliters of water, 250 milliliters of tea, or 250 milliliters of lemon juice. So what they found with this was pretty interesting stuff. They had them consume their breakfast, and they had them consume the bread and the beverages, right? And then they had them measure their glucose 8 times over 180 minutes, okay, in like 15-minute increments up until the end, and they were more like 30-minute increments. Very interesting findings. Okay, what they found was that the overall glucose response was attenuated by about 30%, mean being 33%, so a mean 33% reduction in glucose spike, okay? And it delayed the glucose response, that glycemic response, by 35%. It basically increased it to 78 minutes, all the way from 41 minutes. So instead of having this quick spike from the food they ate, it was like a little bit of a lull and then a gentle spike that wasn't nearly as high, 33% lower on average. What the heck is going on? This is so freaking cool. Like, I get so pumped about this because there are so many people on the internet that make fun of the people that do lemon water benefit videos because, oh, it's so like 2006 to do a video on lemon water, right? But when you actually have new research coming out, it excites me again. So what is the mechanism here? Like, what's going on? And before we get into the mechanism, the black tea group and the water group had no change, by the way. I know people are wondering that. So the lemon water group were the only one that really triggered a change at all. Well, the researchers speculate that it is more than likely to do with the premature inhibition of HSA, of the salivary amylase. So when we're salivating, we're producing amylase, an enzyme that breaks down carbohydrates. And what it does is it breaks down these starch chains into small enough molecules that then our further digestion in our duodenum can handle, okay? But if we have a significant reduction in our amylase enzyme in our salivation, think about it. If our saliva is not providing us with what we need to digest it, then we're leaving larger starch chains passing through into the stomach and into the duodenum, into the small intestine. Well, that area of the body can't handle these larger chains. They can't assimilate them into the bloodstream. So it has to work harder to break them down with other enzymatic effects, which explains the delay and which explains the attenuated spike in a more of a bell curve versus a big sharp spike. Very, very intriguing. Now, we underestimate the power of the saliva. Okay, when you're looking at bread specifically, 50% of the metabolism of bread in terms of carbohydrate breakdown and starch breakdown is happening from the saliva. So if we are downregulating the amylase production, basically by triggering an acidic response so that the body says, oh, we have enough acid, we don't need to produce more saliva, there we go. So that's what's happening here. Very, very intriguing. So what does this look like in practical use case? Well, lemon water in the morning might help you out from a couple of different things. There's pectin in it, there's things like that that might help you feel satiated so you don't feel like you need to eat. But having lemon water along with your meals makes a huge impact. So literally going to a restaurant and getting a glass of water and saying, can I have 2 wedges of lemon? That can make a tremendous difference. You can be the weirdo that asks for a little dish of lemon. That's what I do. I pretty much get like a half a lemon and I squeeze that sucker into my water. I'm always putting lemon juice in my water. I'm putting lemon juice in my tea. A, because I like the taste of it, but B, because I'm clearly getting some effect out of it. I've been doing it for years, ever since I lost weight, and it seemed to help. But now I have some data to reinforce that maybe I'm not just some weirdo that's following random information on the internet. Maybe there is a practical use case. So as always, keep it locked in here on my channel, and I'll see you tomorrow.